This building was, was in potential of being flooded like it did, 16 years ago. But, I try to just keep running my race and doing what I'm called to do. And that's lift people's spirits and be a blessing. And that's what we're seeing today. Just thousands of Houstonians keep running my race and doing what I'm called to do. And that's lift people's spirits and be a blessing. And that's what we're seeing today. Just thousands of Houstonians helping others. Potential of being flooded like it did, 16 years ago. But, I try to just keep running my race and doing what I'm called to do. And that's lift people's spirits and be a blessing. And that's what we're seeing today. Just thousands of Houstonians helping others. Well, our church doors have always been open. In fact,
of critics for Pastor Osteen, saying that church should have welcomed victims much sooner. The pastor wants to respond to his critics. He joins us now.
The church has always been open. Our doors. We received shelter victims just the first day or two, but there was a time, Chris, that the place was flooded. That's not a true statement. People that say that we have floodgates right behind me over to the right, and it was within a foot of that. So there. Well, our church doors have always been open. In fact, we took people in right when the water started to recede, which was just a day or two after the big storm hit. But we worked very closely with the city. 4 miles down the road, the city established its biggest shelter with room for thousands, with beds, with kitchen supplies, with everything they need, security. They didn't need us as a shelter right then, and we coordinate with them all the time. If we needed to be a shelter, we would have certainly been a shelter right when they first asked. But once they filled up, never dreaming we'd have this many displaced people, they asked us to become a shelter, and we said, hey, we'd love to be a shelter. That's what Lakewood is all about. If we needed to be a shelter, we would have certainly been a shelter right when they first asked. But once they if we needed to be a shelter, we would have certainly been a shelter right when they first asked. But once they filled up to be a shelter, we would have certainly been a shelter right when they first asked. But once they
of worship open its doors immediately, initially, even perhaps before some of the other shelters.
We're all about helping people. This is what the church is, and our church is all about. So I think I don't know if it's unfounded, but I think if people were here, they'd realize there were safety issues. This building had flooded before, and so we were just being precautious. But the main thing is the city didn't ask us to become a shelter then.
And Pastor Osteen, do you sort of wish
issues? This building had flooded before, and so we were just being precautious. But the main thing is the city didn't ask us to become a shelter then. Well, our church doors have always been open.
You see the freeway? That's the freeway. You see that 59, the Southwest Freeway? You see that car driving on it? It's not closed. This church is not closed. You see those cars? The doors are locked, but you see these vehicles? This is for the few people that's inside of here. That's inside of here because it's safe in here. You see this? Let me try to get close up. You see the inside of that is dry. Then the upstairs area is right there. It's dry. You see that? It only goes up. My car is parked right here. It got flood damage. My shit is damaged because I live low. You see how high this is? Let me walk on the other side. This for all the naysayers who don't have no facts. See, I'm out here trying to get facts for the people so they can go somewhere safe. There's people walking around here stranded. These doors are all locked. They all locked.
Well, our church doors have always been
I'm
open.
not kidding, a dude that has one of the biggest shelters in the entire city right now that's not opening its doors. Look at this. This is parking. You know how many cars are submerged underwater right now that could be in this place, safe, and I'm sorry. I'm running out of words because I'm absolutely frustrated and just beyond angry about his claim that this place is quote-unquote inaccessible. If it is inaccessible, then why in the hell am I walking next to it right now? And how did I walk 3 miles to get here? Look at the front doors. There's the front doors right there. There's no water there. There's no water down there. Nothing is happening here. Nothing is happening here. But there could be. It could be filled with Red Cross staff. It could be filled with people who are homeless right now. The south side is not very far. Sunnyside, where people are in their attics trying to stay away from water. And this guy yet comes out here and says that his place is quote unquote inaccessible. So I don't know. I'm just I'm beyond myself right now. I'm enraged because honestly, like, I have to deal with it every day from people like, you Christians don't care. You Christians don't care. And I said, no, we do. And then this opportunity comes up for Christians to demonstrate how much they care. And this dude does nothing. He does absolutely nothing. And on top of that, he lies about it. So, yeah, put the word out. You know, Joel Osteen, Prosperity Gospel, Lakewood Church. This is all nonsense. Hopefully he'll be bankrupt within a week or two because he's not helping people. He's helping himself. And, you know, I'm not really surprised. It's kind of what he does. But, you know, share this video, tell some people, and, you know, I don't know, give to the Red Cross. Definitely give to the Red Cross. Pray for us and everything. But I'm going to sign off now. I've been on my soapbox long enough. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And I'm going to start with a 3-mile walk back to my place. All right, y'all. Peace.